Everyone wants to beat you, don't they?
No, at that point of view, yeah, we knew it'd be a massive thing for Ospreys. Somebody I think's in the week said a feather in their cap if they got that right. Yeah, I mean, everybody wants to beat us. We hadn't played in conditions like that in the tournament. We know we got a bit of a lucky run, in that run in February, March in South Africa, all those home games. So we'll be better for this, and I think we could have won it. We've been a bit clever with game management towards the end. And you can see with the draw that the Ospreys were probably the more cheerful team, which shows how much it meant to them. And I thought the way they stayed in the fight was really, really good.
How are you sort of reflecting on the way you started the defensive side?
I actually thought tonight was one of our better performances in the conditions. I thought last week we were very defensive. We scored one of our tries. I suppose unbeaten after 4 games, we can't complain too much with quite a few guys have been missing from the guys who played in the final. So happy. I mean, I thought we scored one of our classic tries today, which is important for us. We score more of those. So I think we're satisfied. I think we're playing with energy. Just letting ourselves down in like 1 or 2 areas like that. I know I think our scrum looked a bit creaky in the first half.
If you come to play in a league in Wales, Ireland, and Scotland, you're going to get a night like that.
Yeah,
tonight eventually, aren't you?
I think that's only fair and right. And I thought we were actually reasonably good tactically, probably till I think those last 10 minutes. I thought we had lots of territory. And I think it's only right that in this competition, it's going to work like that. I mean, Ospreys have to work coming down to us in February and 32 degrees in Cape Town. They've got to go to Pretoria in what's going to be November. Yeah. That's going to be an experience. It's part of this competition. We have to have a hard court and this, I already call this clay court, what do you want to call it? This, we have to have both sorts of games. And I actually was pleased with that side of us tonight. I think what gave me some hope for us, because the Ospreys were looking to probably win that game towards the end, was that we still, both teams trying to win, which was really nice for, I think, the competition, because some of us might have just said, okay, in the coaching box, let's take the draw. And I think, we had a go, Ospreys had a go, we had a go. So both teams trying to play some positive rugby. I must say, I think Ospreys in good conditions also are going to be really good, because the way they play a nice style.
It's interesting, Adam Beard, their second row said before the game, there aren't any easy games in this competition.
Yeah.
I mean, is that what your kind of general assessment is? That it's a real slog of a tournament. You've got challenges every week.
I think that's I think Martin and I said at the pre-season, they want to get to it, so the American thing, any given Sunday, any given Saturday, and we feel like that now, because I promise you, Zebra last week in Palm was tough. We were very conservative, we were very defensive. I mean, we'll have a hard one in Cardiff. No, I think it's beautiful for the league. I think the ideas of maybe the days of the Irish provinces resting, it's like 6 guys to go somewhere else. You won't get away with it any longer. Which is good. It's a great competition.
Just last from me, Manuel Bock, just that moment, just the vision, isn't it? The more we see him every year, he is some talent.
Yeah, he's great. He's only 24. He's been around a bit in terms of provinces, but no, I thought almost at the end there, he almost got away again, which could have won it for us. Should we gone for the drop? I don't know, but no, he's special. He's special. Yeah.
Where are you in terms of the resources that you chuck into these tours? Because obviously you have to manage your international players carefully throughout the season. How much full throttle are you at the moment, do you think?
I don't see us getting, to 100% before the Champions League, just the way the international season's panning out. I do actually do that calculation every week, and we're trying to be in the 70s. It's just, again, this tournament, like the weather, comes around as it equalizes itself, in 6 nations. It's something that the league probably needs to get better, that we get strength on strength. But we had Kitsoff on the bench today. We'd unfortunately to send Damien Williams as one of our key guys back. Some guys will go back this week. Frans Malherbe will come. Just got to try and, but as I said, I think I said somewhere yesterday that I must give the Northern, that's something we can learn from you guys. And when I say you guys, I mean the 4 nations that are in it, is that when they, we quite quick in South Africa to say, oh, we didn't have Willemse, we didn't have Goosen, we didn't have Van der Merwe, or whatever the story is. These teams, you guys are quite used to rotating and then take on the chin the result or the credit. So that's probably something we've got to learn, that we're never going to be at 100%, and we have to manage that.
Yeah. An artificial surface next week in Cardiff. Are you looking forward to that?
Yeah, listen, that game has obviously become more important for us now. I look at with a lot of talk about the surfaces, but we want to play our game, and hopefully on that surface. I mean, that surface is excellent. It was just the rain, but hopefully in that game we can play some rugby.
John, can I just ask as well, player depth of squad in Wales is a big talking point in the regions. Toby mentioned then, you said to him that in your area in South Africa, you've got a lot of very good rugby schools to produce this. Can you just speak to the sort of pathway that you have there and like how it will work? Because you seem to produce so many good rugby players.
Yeah, I mean, we've got, a school system that is just absolutely freakish. I think, and in the Western Province, which is our province, I think we've got 10 of the top 20 in South Africa. The South African school system giant. So, in the Western Province this year, coming out of matric, which is our grade, I don't know what you call it, where they leave school, there'll be 8 2-meter locks. You know what I mean? And we'll keep 3 or 4, and a couple will go up to the Bulls and to the Sharks, or they've got their own as well. So that is it's a massive battle because it is exhausting. Like I said yesterday, people always coming to shop at us, but we just got to go. They're 2 young 20-year-old locks who should probably be on this trip. They're 20. We've got a golden generation. If you look at Sasha Ngomazulu, he's under 20, Hartzenberg. So that probably bails us out a lot, is this young talent that we've got. So if you hear talk about Kitshoff going to Ulster, we just got to go to the next guy. So that is that makes us a little bit different to. So we've got 3 universities in the Varsity Cup. We've got all these schools. We've got in our province 112 clubs. So it helps us a lot.
Yeah, on a grander scale, we kind of saw it in the summer as well with Wales and South Africa in the second test. It wheeled in pretty much an entire.
But you won it.
But it was a good contest. It's incredible to have that amount.
Yeah, I must say that's one thing I was worried. I was worried about us this season, really worried, because we lost a few guys, more guys going to the national team, guys like Warwick Lance, and it's just coming through. We actually feel like we've got more depth than last season, which is great.
Thank you, John.
Thanks very much. Thanks, boys.
You can do base this week. No, you facing Swansea?
No, got to get out of here. No, we're going to be in Cardiff. Somebody said it's the Caribbean or the West Wales. Yeah, we like.
Someone's liking.
Oh, we like
You
Swansea.
doing any community stuff with schools or anything in this
We did.
coming week?
No, we're in Cardiff this week. But I don't know if we're doing anything. We went to the estate with them, St. Joseph's. So I see Mike wants anything here.
Yeah.
Mike?
John, so we just jump in because I see Michael's fallen asleep.
Yeah, sorry.
You touched on how important Cardiff is with you. Does this result change your selection routine that you were up for?
No, we're going to be quite disciplined about sticking to the process. Look, it's not a bad team we're putting out in Cardiff next week. France will come in the mix. Kitsy and Joseph will still be around. So we're not going to fly guys back out. We've got a team. Yeah. So no, we'll stick to our process of this thing. I think, what are we, 17 from 4? It's a reasonable start. No, not a reason for us to sort of panic and, draw in these conditions against a good Ospreys side. It's not a reason for us to sort of throw out our plans.
Yeah. Finally, then it's got nothing to do with the game, but have you ever seen conditions like that? Last time I saw that was the Green Mile on a Friday night in the reserve week.
No, we couldn't see the field from where we couldn't see the field from where we were. We had a question here which I thought was a good one. I actually thought we did reasonably well in the conditions, probably until the last few minutes. But as I said, I thought both teams were trying to win it. It was pretty hair raising for those that got hair.
Don't forget Cheetah Stormers. Was it Cheetah Stormers, Province Stormers, a couple of years back where the game rained off in the first half? Do you remember that?
No.
Okay. Anyway, a double draw out of it. There was an incident right before that try with which they checked. Sazi was handed a lengthy ban for something similar. What do you make of that? Like how do you tell the guys to just get over that? Because I mean that's two sides to what happened to your team.
Yeah, the Sazi thing was very disappointing. Like I said last time, this one I do want to go and have another look at. It's up to us to do anything. I think URC's got its processes, but it was a sort of talking point amongst the players afterwards, which I actually need to check on because Kitsy felt a bit aggrieved by it, and then also we had right at the end. I think there was a neck roll, and the ref said he couldn't go back, and that's not my understanding of things, but. That's part of rugby these days. Purely operational. We're certainly not going to cite anybody or anything like that. I think everybody just wants to get to an equitable an equitable product, you know, and Sazi having a ban and then that not even worth it. Big screen is yeah. But I've got to watch it properly, to be honest. I can't make any judgment now.
And then just on Dan Doop, he's been growing quite good in the game since his injury. How do you feel he went tonight?
Yeah, really well. I think he's very frustrated with how much he put in and we didn't get the win. He's very competitive. He's a Duplessis. But yeah, look, I think Dan's coming nicely. People thought we should have played Sasha but Dan's made for those conditions and it was the plan. So yeah, we're very happy with how Dan went.
Thank you.
Thanks, Len.
All good.
We're done.
Yeah.
Lekker. Thanks, gents.